daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car, four babies in the backseat underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. So glad you could join me. I am here to help you learn how to trade and show you how well our indicators perform and help you become the best version of yourself by teaching you how to use the indicators. And as I said, give you a sample of how well they work. So with that, let's jump in and listen to this guy, and then we'll see what we've got this morning.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30. Last night we did one at 3:30. Both of the trades that we took last night did close, although they didn't close quite as quickly as I wanted on last night's on last night's live trade. We took a trade on the Australian US dollar using the thick orange line signal. It was supposed to close in an hour or two. It took significantly longer than that, but it did close. And on the overnight trade, there was no trade on the Euro USD, but the pound yen had a sell signal. We took that, and that closed about a half an hour ago. Normally, I would have expected it to close maybe 4 hours ago, but we still got the move that we were looking for. So when you become a regular member, in addition to the live trades that I do, you will have access to, we do a trade every morning. We do a trade every evening at 10 p.m. And we consider one of our secret sauces to be our continual focus on helping you become a better trader by having constant training sessions. So every Wednesday evening, there's a training session. Every Saturday morning, there's a training session where we constantly are going back and reviewing various trade strategies and taking questions to help you be the best version that you can be. And we think one of the things that make the difference is the personalized one-on-one coaching that helps you get there faster, get your questions answered faster, and helps you avoid the potholes of trading and having to figure things out on your own. Now, I work off of a little checklist that helps keep me focused. The beginning of every day, you should restart your green charts so that you've cleared out the memory. It operates a little faster and it picks up any improvements we might have made. at the end of the day, you should always be reviewing the trades that didn't go the way you wanted to figure out why they didn't. Sometimes there's a reason, sometimes there's not. But if you don't go back and look, you won't figure it out. So it's good to go back and take a look. Because we have the simulator, you can go back to the specific time that you were looking at and see exactly what you were looking at. And frequently, sometimes if you can't figure it out, if you go back to your coach or come to me, I can take a look at, and you may have been applying the signal wrong, or there was something obviously something there that you missed. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. And our indicators are very good at being able to kind of tell us the direction of the move. Although, as we saw yesterday, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for the move to materialize than what we're seeing. But if we can get that direction right, we can make some money. And these indicators are the best I've seen. However, news does impact currency, and we want to know what that news is so we can trade around it. And the best place to look at currency-related news is Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into three components: yellow, which is low impact; orange, which is medium impact; and red, which is high impact. And ideally, I don't like to, I want to trade around these high impact items. And today we have kind of a clean day. There's no high impact items except for tonight at 9 p.m. on the New Zealand dollar, and early tomorrow morning on the pound yen. Oh, excuse me, on the pound. So we've got clear sailing today. So let's kind of jump right into it. And the trade that my principal go-to trade is something called the 10-point trade signal. We've got a dozen different trade signals, and we will customize a trade plan around your availability to trade and your risk preferences. I like to trade off of the 1 hour chart. The only time I am trading off of a different chart is on the overnight trade, where I'm trading off of the day chart. I like to be about 30 minutes into the chart before taking the trade. On the day chart, I like to be 23 hours into the trade before taking the trade. On the 1 hour chart, a trade's going to be worth usually anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, which tends to be the 30, 40 pips is about the distance between a support and resistance line on a 1 hour chart. And my sweet spot is to try to find an 11 pip trade. If I can do that 3 times a day, I will be making terrific money. And on such a trade, typically I'm going to get in and get out within 1 to 3 hours. And the trade is the setup is simple. I'm just really looking for all the lines to line up. And if I get all the lines to line up, I've got the direction, so I can take a little bit off of that direction. So with that, let's just jump in and see what we've got. I am going to be trading off of the light 6 major chart, which is one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart. It is showing me 6 different currency pairs. These are all US based on the first chart. And I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line here is what we call our major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is what we call the oversold line. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So when the market is oversold, that is a good time to buy. And specifically, I want to buy when we are oversold, and these lines are both the majors and the minors are pointing up. Can I make 11 pips when we're oversold and it's going down? Yes, you can, but it's just not part of my trade plan. I want to catch it. So here, we could have carved out 12 pips on this turn when it went down. So you will learn. We will teach you to be able to read what these mean and when you can trade off of them. For me and my risk preferences, I want oversold and all the lines going up, or over bought and all the lines going down. So here we don't have that. So I don't need to look at anything else. I don't have the first part of the signal, so I don't need to look at part 2 or part 3. Euro USD oversold. Everybody's going down. Well, miners are going down. Majors are kind of sideways. Pound USD oversold. Miners going sideways. Majors going down. So nothing there. The more I can get all of these lines to agree, the higher the chance that the trade is going to go in the direction that I'm looking for. So overbought. Miners are going sideways, majors are going up, so nothing there. USD, Swiss franc, just reaching overbought. So ideally, this would have been something that we would have kind of wanted to see to catch it, to catch this turn and ride it up. That's what I'm looking for. Dollar Swiss franc, dollar yen. We're in the middle of the channel. Majors have turned. Everybody's going up. We're beyond the halfway point. My general rule of thumb is I don't like to take a trade when we're beyond the halfway point. I want to catch it down here and ride it through the channel. So I have cloned this chart and got a second, third, and fourth chart that has different pairs on it. So on the second chart, they're non-US based pairs. Typically, if you have a trade on one of the dollar pairs, you might have it on multiple pairs, and then what you want to do is figure out which one of the trades looks the most promising. Euro pound, we are approaching overbought. Majors are kind of going sideways. Miners are going sideways. I say sideways here because one line's going down, one line's going up. Australian dollar, yen, oversold and going down. Euro Canadian dollar, oversold. Majors still going down. Miners are starting to turn. So this is what I'm trying to catch. This right here, and ride it right through, and you can see this was worth 21 pips. 21 pips over the course of 2 hours. So if I can carve 11 pips out of that, I've done a good thing, and I only need that 2 or 3 times a day. So when you couple that with if there are 2 overnight trades, last night there was only 1. If there are 2, that's usually worth about 22, 23 pips. Last night was worth about 15. So now we are at I only need another 15 pips to hit my 30. AUDNZD oversold. Miners are sideways. Majors are starting to go sideways. Pound yen. Again, here was the move we were looking for, and we eventually got it. We are oversold. Majors are still going down. Miners have started to turn, so nothing there. Euro Australian dollar. We just barely got to, just touched the oversold line with the majors, but the majors are still sideways. Green line's going up, but red line's going down. I want both lines going up, And actually, I want the red line to cross over the green line. So this isn't quite there yet. So let's go to our next pair. Canadian dollar, yen, oversold. Majors still going down. Minors are sideways, so nothing. Euro, New Zealand dollar. Minors have turned and majors are sideways. Pound, New Zealand dollar, almost identical to what we're looking at the Euro, New Zealand dollar. Minors going down. Actually, minors going down. Majors going down. Minors have turned. New Zealand dollar, yen, oversold and going down. We had a little bit of a fake out here. New Zealand dollar, USD, also again a bit of a fake out. Started going up and now it's turned. Euro, Swiss franc, oversold. Majors are sideways, minors going down, so nothing there. So we've gone through 18 pairs and still haven't seen anything worth nibbling on. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, just reaching oversold and going down. Swiss franc, yen, just reaching oversold, going down. Euro, yen, oversold. Majors going sideways, minors kind of going sideways, so nothing. Pound, Australian dollar. Majors oversold, going sideways. Minors have started to come up. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. We got everybody going up. Minors have almost got to the overbought part, but they're losing steam because we have the kink in the line, and this is almost sideways. Majors, kink in the line. So we're going from more steep to less steep. I don't like, I want the kink in the line to go the other way, from less steep to more steep. Plus, we're more than halfway. So this is kind of telling me that the move is losing steam. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, oversold. Everybody's going up. And the gray line is on top and the green line is on top. So that is a double cross. So I've got the 3 points that I'm looking for here. I like that the green line is in the channel. I don't mind that the minors have gone more than halfway. Looks like there's a little bit of a kink here where we're going from less steep to more steep. So I kind of like that. So 3 points here. I'm going to jump up to my TNTs. There are 4 lines here. They're each measuring the speed of the movement in the pairs differently, with the thin orange line being the fastest. So the 2 orange lines going up, confirming the buy that I see here. The 2 blue lines are inversely related, telling me when they go down, that's telling me buy. So I've got all 4 telling me buy. So I've got the second part. I need at least 3 of the 4 telling me buy. I'm going to jump down to the pressure. I want these lines going up, or I want the green line on top if it's a buy. If it's a sell, I want the red line on top. So here the green line is on top. The lines are diverging. That means they're separating. I like that. So this is telling me this is about to start going up. But the green line's on top. So there's 1 point here, 3 points here, and 4 points here. So I've got 8 points. So when I have 8 points, I want to confirm the setup. So I am going to confirm the setup by taking a look at the 2 and the 4 hour chart. So we're going to CAD, CHF. So here is a chart that's showing me different time periods. So here's the 1 hour chart that we were just looking at. I want to see that the 2 hour and the 4 hour are both oversold. They don't need to be going up. In this case, they are. So we're oversold going up. So this is a pretty good signal. We are oversold and going up. So I have the two things that I'm looking for, both oversold. One thing I don't like here is that we've been oversold for 1, 2, 3, 4. For four times 4 for 16 hours, we've been oversold. I prefer it to come straight down and turn back up. So we've got the second piece that I'm looking for, the confirmation. So then the question is, all right, I've got the direction of the move. We've got a buy move. How much is it worth? So to figure out how much it's worth, I am going to open up a clean chart and take a look at the support and resistance. So we're going to go to CAD, CHF, and support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And that's going to become the limits of where I want to take the trade. So I crunch up the chart a little bit to give me a few more data points. And then I am going to drop some lines in here where it appears to be some support and resistance. So, and it's a little bit of an art and a little bit of a science. So here it seems to naturally stop. It stopped here. It stopped here. It stopped here. Since I want to get in and out quickly, I want to kind of know where these stopping spots are. So that'll become the limits of where I am trading. So it kind of stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, because if I try to trade through these bouncing spots, like you can see, bounce, 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 the trade's going to take longer, and I want to get in and get out. So if I know where these are, I can trade around them. So usually they're 30, 40 pips apart on the Euro USD. So here we're at 0.6546, and we're going to 0.6560. So that's 14 pips. 14 pips. Now I also want to know what the trend is, because the trend is your friend. And if I'm trading with the trend, I can take a few more pips than if I'm trading against the trend. If I'm trading against the trend, I don't want to get stuck with it, just keep going in one direction, even though I'm taking a sell when it's showing a buy trend. So here it's showing a little bit of a buy trend. Here, the last day and a half, it is showing a sell trend. So we're looking at taking a buy into a sell trend. So I'm going to take a little bit less. And then I want to know how much room I have from where these lines are. So up to here, we've got 9 pips. And to here, we should have about 4 or 5. We got 4 pips. So we've got 9 pips up and 4 pips down. So the question is, what do we want to do? So that is 7 pips. 7 pips. Let's take a look at the chart again. I think we can take 7 pips off of this. I think we can take 7 pips. So you can open up your simulator. Now, if I were trading by myself, I probably wouldn't take a 7 pip trade. But since we are, if it's not like 10 or 11 pips, it's kind of not worth it to me. But Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. So I'm going to open new chart. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc is going to be somewhere in here. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Where is it? Not there. Let's go up. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. So I am going to move this to a 1 hour chart. So I'm looking at the same thing. Okay, let's see what the spread is here. It looks kind of big. Spread is about a little more than a half a pip. So that is okay. So we're going to go ahead and take a buy. A buy. If the spread is too big, I don't want to take the trade. But here we're at 5.0 to 5.07 to 5.16. So that's about a little more than a half a pip. So we're going to take a buy. So I'm going to go to new order. There's $10,000. This is a demo account. I'm going to move my decimal over 4 spots. So that's going to be 1.06. It'll be my lot size. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it, depending on how many open trades I want to have, and do market buy. So it records the trade. I am going to right click on it, go to modify. And I said I wanted to take 7 pips. 7 pips equals 70 points. I just add an extra 0. I click the little blue button that does the math for me, which makes it easy in the morning. We're going to use a 3-to-1. So 3-to-1 is going to be 21 pips for a stop loss. Click the little red button. It puts the stop loss in. Click the big blue modify button, and it drops in I am going to pull this down because I want to stay within this candle. So I'm going to pull this down just a little bit. So we're taking a little bit less than 6 pips, a little bit less than 7 pips. So I have got a take profit. We've got a buy on the Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. And I am going to have a take profit of 0.65565, 0.65565, with a stop loss of 0.65294. 0.65294. Expect this to close within the next 3 hours. Thank you for joining me. Look for the overnight trade tonight. If you are interested in learning how to trade, we can teach you. We've been doing it for 15 years. We're so confident that once we've trained you, we will let you trade with our money, which reduces your risk. We're taking the risk, and because you're trading our money, we're interested in you not losing the money. So we're paying a little extra attention to what you're doing. And if you start to veer off course, we will step in and give you correction. If you'd like to speak to me, easiest way is to schedule an appointment. You can try to call. If I'm available, I'll answer. But if you don't get me, just go ahead and schedule a call and you'll have a dedicated 30 minutes. Thanks so much, and we will see you Thursday morning. Bye-bye.